we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at transforming Goku. Now, this guy's going to be coming up on an EZA very soon. He's already confirmed to be getting an EZA during the 350 million download celebration. It was confirmed via the Dokkan Now. We actually know a little bit of what he's going to do in terms of his details, right? Basically, he's the exact same thing as Frieza, except, you know, he gets extra buffs against extreme class enemies, and he has damage reduction instead of the healing. Now, I think it's hard to say. I think there's a good chance I'm going to like this Goku a little bit better than the Frieza. I think this Goku's tanking is going to be crazy when he gets a bigger defensive buff, you know, for all of these different forms of his. He's still stacking, but then he's also got that damage reduction. I think he's going to be a real problem. The only thing is that I am not a fan of these types of characters, like transforming Goku, where as you're going through his forms, his links change, but it's his major key links that are changing, right? We're talking about changing from like prepare for battle into over in a flash into shocking speed. All of these types of links are changing, which I just am not the biggest fan of characters that are doing that, right? Like, that's one reason I'm not the biggest fan of the Majin Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the transforming units. I'm just not, again, really too crazy about those types of characters, right? So we'll see how this Goku is going to look. Again, against extreme class enemies, he is going to be super attacking quite easily. But like, how often are you fighting extreme class enemies? Not as often as super class enemies. So, you know, these Frieza and Goku units, Frieza is ending up on top. Now, here's what's interesting though. Goku's at 85k right here. Think about him EZA'd, right? Where his defense at EZA is going to be 12,550, basically, which is going to be a huge bump. Plus, he's also getting an extra 30% from his passive. So, I mean, we're talking about, you know, 21% damage reduction, start of turn, with like 150k plus defense. This guy's going to be, I think, really good for most difficult content, right? Like, I could really foresee this transforming Goku being a rather exceptional unit in a lot of difficult content, right? I think he's going to be fairly tanky, and especially if you're getting all of his super attacks in, he's going to be looking pretty good, right? Looking at his links, does he have All in the Family even as blue? No, that's one of the links that change it. No, he does that. Okay, so he has All in the Family the whole way through. Yeah, every single form of this Goku has got All in the Family. I don't know, actually, Super Saiyan 3 Goku does. That's interesting. So he starts out with All in the Family for Super Saiyan 1 and 2, and then he gets it back in God and Blue. Hold on, let me take a look at his link set right here, because All in the Family, right, is this one right here. This is All in the Family, right? So we see that he still got it as Super Saiyan 2, then he loses it for Super Saiyan 3, but then, yeah, he gains it back in God and Blue. That is interesting right there. Okay, sure. But that is a really, really powerful link, right? That's going to give a lot of extra defense. So it's going to be one of those things where if we have Goku next to one of these All in the Family characters that is giving him a lot of that extra defense, along with his damage reduction and stuff like that, Goku, man, is going to be looking very, very impressive. There are major characters that have All in the Family too, like LRB Pan, the new STR Exploding Rage Kid Gohan, the new AGL Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan has got it, right? Tech Ultimate Gohan has it. Like, there's a lot of, like, very, very good, you know, like, sort of, like, Goku family units that have got All in the Family that you could use and, like, really, really rock shit with. So here he is. He's up to 91k defense. So we can see that this non-EZA version, like, he is building up, I guess, sort of, like, rather slowly. Honestly, like, he just doesn't really look that impressive right now. He does have damage reduction, but I think when it would be time to fight, like, really difficult bosses, this little, like, 20% damage reduction with the low defense he's rocking right now is not going to be good enough. I mean, we'll see after his EZA, he'll probably be a lot better. These attack stat numbers are pathetic, right? Like, his defense is not really that good. He's not really looking too solid before the EZA. Alright, so now we're over here on the Pure Saiyan team. Of course, we're going to have a lot of good units that could sort of, you know, bring this Goku to his best. He should work well on the Pure Saiyan team. Again, it's just sort of like how you're going to operate with him with links, right? Because where it's like, if you're fighting an extreme class enemy, supering won't be too tough for him, but that's not going to be too common. But, you know, his links certainly, you know, if you're going through like a longer event or something like that, can definitely hurt a little bit. I mean, at least for like Super Battle Road stages, you know, probably until like a minimum of turn 5, you're going to be rocking Prepared for Battle, Golden Warrior with the Super Saiyan Goku, right? But once you turn Super Saiyan 3, the third turn of his transformation, that's where at that point he's going to lose Prepared for Battle and get over in a flash instead. I think this character just would have been much better if like Prepared for Battle or any of the 3 major links, or even Saiyan Lineage, like if Prepared for Battle, Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed, Saiyan Lineage, like one of them, you know, was like consistent the whole way through, I think this would help this Goku out quite a bit. Okay, so turn 1 right here with Broly and Paragus, we're getting Fierce Battle and Prepared for Battle. 124k right there. That's a lot better, because like that's pre-EZA. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think defensively, this guy is actually going to be pretty solid, right? Like, especially for like long events and stuff. Like Legendary Vegeta event, like this blue version of this Goku is going to be dominant. There he is at 2 million. A lot of support on this turn just to get him to a 2 million attack stat, though. I mean, yeah, this guy is now, you know, 3 years and a week old, but still, like, 3 mil? Or 2 million? That's not exactly, 2 million ain't exactly like, oh, wow, so good. Here, I'm just gonna, we're just gonna finish this Face of Vegeta off. After this, I'm gonna go into, like, the Legendary Goku event. I'm probably gonna run the Goku family / GT hero team. And we'll go ahead and take a look at how Goku looks, you know, all the way through to Blue, right? We'll see some attack stats we can get with the Goku, you know, as Super Saiyan Blue. We'll take a look at his God form and all that. And I could sort of point out, again, my issues with this unit as he's transforming, like his key links are changing all over the place. It just makes team building wonky. It's just more so a thing with me, right? I don't like that. The fact that the unit changes links. Again, it's one reason I'm not the biggest fan of Tecmaj and Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. So here we are with Namek Super Saiyan Goku. We're going to be able to share quite a few links right here. Here, let me just go ahead and get a super attack. This will activate what? Kamehameha. So we have 5 out of 7. Only, what? Experienced fighters and all in the family are the 2 links that are not active right here. Wow, actually, for Namek Goku, 184. That's his first turn. That's pretty good. Okay. So, all right, let's see what Super Saiyan 2 Goku does right here. And then, again, we're going to go over and head to the Goku family team / GT hero and sort of watch this Goku sort of work over there. But, I mean, we get to see, like, the numbers and stuff he's doing right now, I just feel like are pretty bad. Especially with the, whatchamacallit as well. Especially when you consider, like, the changing of his links and stuff. Just not... I don't really consider myself a fan of this character prior to his EZA, right? Alright, so now we're over here in the Legendary Goku event. We are rocking the Goku family team. Now, one thing to remember, of course, is that this is the Goku family team led by the GT Dokkan Fest Goku. A lot of times people hate that I show this team with the 150% lead, but like, dude, if I'm running Goku family, which is one of the strongest teams in the game, I'm running this guy as your lead. Rainbow Orb Changer, one of the most dominant units in the game. Like, I just don't get, like, this build is going to work well for this transforming Goku right here. So in terms of like links and stuff, this is a pretty strong turn 1 for him. Yeah, 140k defense. I mean, of course, we're getting so much defensive support, right? Like, that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and the AGL Kid Gohan are both going to work tremendously well with this transforming Goku. And again, this is just sort of the strength of, like, the Goku family team, is that because you have got, like, every Goku, every Gohan on here, they just have countless releases, right? Dokkan Fest, EZAs, everything. You just have so many characters for so many different situations, right? Again, Goku's defense in this turn is very good. Oh, that's nice. A double super attack. So remember, Goku is stacking his defense the entire way through. He stacks attack and defense the entire way through, right? So we're going to see his attack stats and his defense. You know, if he double supers every single turn all the way until he gets to Super Saiyan Blue, that's where we're going to sort of see him, you know, again, at like his kind of his like max potential. Because again, he is stacking attack and defense. And that's why, like, you know, his defense, I mean, if we're talking, you know, in blue after his EZA, this man's rocking 400k plus or something like that, which I think is quite reasonable. Like, you know, because we see transforming Frieza, I'm seeing a lot, you know, 400k defense territory, right? When he's in golden. If Goku's going to be doing that same shit, but then he's got damage reduction on top of it, like, he's going to be tanking, like, you know, Evolution Blue Vegeta in the Legendary Vegeta event. Like, he's going to be tanking, you know... The thing with the blue form and gold for Golden Frieza, though, is that the minimum you'll see for that is turn 9. Right? We got Goku turn 1, so turn 3 is going to be Super Saiyan 2. Turn 5 is going to be Super Saiyan 3. Turn 7 is going to be God, and then turn 9 will be Super Saiyan Blue, right? With transforming Goku, you're not going to have turn 9 in a lot of events, right? That's not going to be like super ultra mega common or anything like that. Okay, so again, we still are going to have very solid turns here for Goku. We're going to have most of his links active right here. He's at 123k. All right. I probably should have, maybe I should have left the physical, or the AGL Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan around, because he's one that has All in the Family right there. But again, we still have, what, 5 out of 7 active for the Super Saiyan 2 Goku right here. Everything except for experienced fighters, and All in the Family is active. 123k defense. So notice the huge drop when Kid Gohan is not around, right? Kid Gohan just gives such a massive buff, man. That Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan, I love that unit. He's so good. The key support, the defensive support, the stacking, the broken active skill is just like really strong on that Kid Gohan. But yeah, we're, like, see, like these numbers, the attack numbers aren't crazy. This, even type disadvantage, you should tank fairly well. Yeah, I feel like that's not really that bad type disadvantage for a 3-year-old Dokkan Fest right there. So, you know, defensively, I mean, that's his strong point, right? With the damage reduction, which is getting progressively stronger as we're sort of going through events, right? Like we're going to see Goku's damage reduction get higher and higher. It's not the craziest ever, right? It's only going to be 25% in blue, both before and after his EZA, but, you know, I mean, it's still, that 25% damage reduction with a huge pool of defense, 300k plus, is going to be very powerful, right? That's going to really trim down damage we're going to see from super attacks quite a bit. Again, I think that the EZA Blue Goku is definitely going to get a lot of play when it comes to longer events. The thing about this transforming Goku too, right, is because of the fact that he's, you know, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and he uses, like, the Super Saiyan God forms, he's on, like, a lot of categories that really can sort of use help, right? So he's on, you know, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, these categories that don't necessarily have that many options, right? He's on Attained Evolution, he's on Legendary Existence. Transformation Boost he potentially could be useful for if you're running a super class build. Full Power, right? He's on a lot of categories that he's going to be good on, right? A lot of categories where it's not like you have just like a landslide of options. I mean, yeah, Pure Saiyans and Goku family, you've got enough units. You know, Realm of Gods, you've got enough units to be fine. Although this Goku can work well on Realm of Gods, right? With, like, Int UI Goku. Because, you know, with Int UI Goku, transforming, you're going to share a key link with him the entire way through, since this guy's got Prepare for Battle and Over in a Flash. So that by the time you go Super Saiyan 3, he's still got key links with Int UI Goku. So this Goku will work really well with those characters. And that's when in Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gets his EZA, that's going to be pretty big also, right? Okay, so we're going to have, what? Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle all active. 147k defense. All right, let's just keep going through. We'll see the various numbers he's hitting with all these forms. And then we'll finish up after we do get that super attack from Super Saiyan Blue. Remember that he does do guaranteed crits both before and after his EZA. That first time he goes Super Saiyan Blue. Was that 2.7 right there? I mean, that's a lot of support, and still only 2.7. Unfortunately, we got the additional normal. Again, double supers would really help him stack. That's a bit of a bummer right there, that we got the additional normal, not the additional super. Another reason why crits really just a lot of times I feel like are superior, unless you're really hunting for the super attack effects, which with this Goku I would be, right, with the stacking. But, like, you know, you could get the additional proc, and you could just do an additional normal, whereas, like, if you crit, you crit, right? So, that's a huge thing with crits. I have been having AGL Pan super attack the turn before, by the way, to give a little bit of an extra buff to this Goku. But again, I mean, his attack numbers haven't really been the craziest. I feel like his defense is fine, like, you know, with the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan around, the Kid Gohan around and shit like that. Like, we've been seeing sort of, like, fine defensive levels from him. Because damage reduction with, like, 150k-ish defense, I feel like even now, today, like, that's solid enough, right? Like, it's not bad. But, you know, that is with, you know, a bunch of supports around, right? Okay, so now we're back into God, so there's only one turn where you're not going to have All in the Family, and that's Super Saiyan 3. That's honestly pretty stupid. He should have just kept Super Saiyan 3 the whole way through. I don't really see a reason why he doesn't keep it. But with that activated again, yeah, now he's up to 200k defense, huh? That's pretty good. That's definitely not bad. Okay. I'm gonna keep AGL Kid Gohan around just because next turn, I would like to see what his defense is gonna look like again with All in the Family activated and also with the Gohan support type buff. But yeah, 200k defense with, what does he have, 24% damage reduction, a Super Saiyan God? Right? Like, think about him with his EZA, dude. With the extra... So right now... Oh, yeah, dude, oh my god, he's gonna be crazy. Okay, so right now, before EZA, his passive is 110% attack and 20% defense. Right? After he EZAs, he gets 140% attack and defense. So he's going to be getting an extra 120% defense. So on this turn right here, he'd be at like 450k defense with the 24% damage reduction. So, like, it's like as you get further in, this guy is going to become untouchable, dude. Like, that's impressive looking at, right? And then he could get extra defense even still if you're fighting extreme class enemies, but I feel like in difficult content that probably is going to be fairly uncommon. I don't know. I just feel like you don't really fight extreme class enemies as much as people might think you do. Maybe in some of these, like if you're taking this Goku into like Super Saiyan 3 Extreme Super Battle Road, you're fighting a lot of extreme class enemies. Realm of Gods is mostly super class enemies, right? I'm just looking at the various Super Battle Road stages for him. There's what, one extreme class enemy in Realm of Gods? Pure Saiyan is just a bunch of hybrid Saiyans, so there's no extreme enemies in there. Full Power is a bunch of hero characters as well. Transformation Boost has got, what is the first fight of Transformation? Because I know it ends with the Ultimate Gohan. The second fight is the 17 and 18. I'd actually have to quickly double check that. But it's like all of these like Super Battle Road stages for this Goku are like all against super class enemies, right? Like, this is why these Friezas, man, these Friezas end up coming out on top, because there's super class enemies literally in every stage everywhere, right? But it's not really the same thing. Wait, what, the cord? This is like literally my second video recording with this new cord. What the hell? I'll never escape this. Yeah, Transformation Boost, the first fight is against Piccolo, Krillin, and Tien. So the entire way through, that's just all super class enemies. Let me see. Goku Family Stage has got one villain, King Vegeta, right? Super Saiyan doesn't have a stage, neither does Kamehameha. Or Super Saiyan 2, Attained Evolution, Legendary Existence. Yeah, so it's like, that secondary buff for the Goku, you know, the key, the attack and defense when attacking extreme class enemies, I feel like that's going to be a fairly uncommon thing to be able to get, unfortunately. Alright, so now we're Super Saiyan Blue. I remember on this turn, he does get a guaranteed crit his first turn in Super Saiyan Blue. Let me go ahead and see what... We're not going to be able to have him with Super Saiyan active in the middle right here, because God Goku lived with that sliver of health. So we'll just, lose Super Saiyan? Yeah. Alright, what does he got right here? 163k defense with 25% damage reduction. That is with defensive support and All in the Family active. But this is where it's prior to EZA. He now has no defense from his passive, right? This is why, like, the very quirky design. He's got no defense whatsoever. So again, think of this guy after his EZA, where he's going to be at 150% attack and defense at the start of turn, plus, remember, the jump in stats, right? He's at 10,700, but he's going to be at 12,554 after his EZA. So, like, his defense, that's the main draw. Personally, I'm seeing from this Goku is all of the extra defense that this boy is going to be getting. All right, so I think we're going to do one more turn after this. We'll see what he looks like with a little bit of offensive support on the next turn. At 1.89 right there. It's not the craziest. We are getting super attacks with him the whole way through and stuff like that. He was stacking, so we could sort of see how he does. Again, the design for them is a little bit quirky. The transforming Goku and Frieza before they actually transform, right? All right, here. So we'll let Pan super attack first. I actually, man, this GT Goku is doing kind of a little bit too much damage here. I'm going to do this just to make sure we're good. And then next turn, we could see Goku with a bunch of support from both Trunks and Goten, as well as the AGL Kid Gohan, and we'll finish up. So let me know what you guys think of transforming Goku. Again, before his EZA, he's not really too impressive, but, I mean, just looking at some of the numbers this guy is hitting, he's going to be insane, right, once we get to his EZA. Like, all the extra defense he's getting all over the place is going to be nuts. His attack stats, obviously, are going to be way higher as well, but, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I prefer seeing all of the extra defense he's getting all over the place, because especially, like, Goku and Frieza, they're units that are definitely designed for long content, like the legendary events. Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, legendary events. Well, Frieza, if he gets one, but the Vegeta, GT Goku, and normal Goku legendary events, because of how long it takes to get to their transformation. And when it comes to these longer events, I usually try and build more defensively. Well, I mean, I guess I build defensively every event in the game, right? But fighting some of these powerful bosses at the end, right? All right, so let's see what Goku is at right here. 200k defense. We still only have those same two links active. So remember, he's at 200k defense with 25% damage reduction right here. So let's see the attacks that Goku gets, and then we'll finish up. So again, let me know what you guys think of transforming Goku. I think his EZA is going to be very, very good. I'm not really too sure who I'm going to like better between him and the Frieza, though. I probably will like the Goku a little bit better, because I think he's just going to be much tankier in turn 1 and 2 in the Super Battle Road stages compared to Frieza. But, you know, Goku is going to have a harder time supering and stuff like that, because that extra little passive of his, the 3 key, and then the attack and defense when attacking extreme class enemies, it's going to be much more uncommon to get compared to Frieza's buff, which, you know, he gets just by attacking super class enemies, right? So let me know what you guys think of transforming Goku. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.